all lost. All lost in the dust. Lost in the fall and the crush and the dark. Now all coming back. Up with the lark, downtown New York. The sidewalks, the blocks. Walk, don't walk. Walk, don't walk. Breakfast to go, an adrenaline shot in a styrofoam cup. Then plucked from the earth, rocketed skyward a fifth of a mile in a minute, if that. The body arrives, the soul catches up.
That weird buzz of being at work in the hour before work. All terminals dormant. All networks idle. Systems in sleep. All stations unpeopled. I get here early just to gawp from the window. Is it shameless or brash to have reached top? Just me in America, 90 floors up. Is it brazen to feel like a king, like a god, surfing the wave of a power trip, a fortune under my fingertip, $1 billion a minute, $1 million a blink, selling sand to the desert, ice to the Arctic, money to the rich. The elation of trading in futures and risk. Here I stand, a compass needle, a sundial spindle, right at the pinnacle. Under my feet, Manhattan's a simple bagatelle. Pinball table, all lights and mirrors and whistles and bells.
The day begun. The sun like peach of a sun, and everything framed by a seascape dotted with ferries and sails and a blue sky zippered with vapor trails. Beyond this window, it's vast and it's sheer. Exhilaration. All breath. All clear. All lost. All lost in the dust. Lost in the ash and the drift and the black. Now all coming back.
Arranged on the desk among rubber bands and bulldog clips. Here is a rock from Brighton Beach. Here is a beer mat. Here is the leaf of an oak, pressed and dried, papery thin. Here is a liquid all sorts tin. A map of the underground, pinned to the wall. A flag of St. George. Cricket ball. Here is a calendar, counting the days. Here is a photograph, snug in its frame. This is my wife on our wedding day. Here is a twist of her ink. Here is a picture in purple paint. 2 powder paint towers heading for space. Plus rockets and stars and the Milky Way. Plus helicopters and aeroplanes. Jellycopters and fairy planes. A spidery hand underneath it, it says, if I stand on my toe, can you see me wave?
The towers at one. The silent prongs of a tuning fork testing the calm. Then a shudder or bump. A juddering thump or a thud. I swear no more than a thump or a thud. But a Pepsi Max jumps out of its cup, and a filing cabinet spews its lunch. And the water cooler staggers, then slumps. And a sonic boom, and the screen goes blue.
Then a deep, ungodly dragon's roar. In the lobby, the lift opens up, and out of the doors, the tongue of a dragon comes rolling out. Then the door slides shut, and the flames are gone. Then ceiling tiles all awry at once. Then dust. A soft, white dust snowing down from above.
I know for a fact these towers can stand the shoulder charge of a gale force wind or the body check of a hurricane. But this is a punch. A hammer blow. I sense it thundering on a pulsing, burrowing aftershock, down through the bonework of girders and struts, down into earth and rock, right to the root. The horizon totters and lists. The line of the land seems to teeter on pins and stilts. A perceptible tilt. And the world realigns, corrects itself. Then hell lets loose. And I knew we were torn. And I knew we were holed, because through that hole, a torrent of letters and memos and forms, now streams and storms, now flocks and shoals, now passes and pours, now tacks and jibes, now rushes and rides. The centerfold of the New York Times goes winging by. Then a lamp, a coat, a screen, a chair, a yogurt pot, a yucca plant, a yellow cup, a Yankees cap.
A shoe falls past, freeze-framed against the open sky. I see raining flames. I see hardware fly.
Millicent wants an answer now. Anthony talks through a megaphone. Mitch says it looks like one of those days. Abdul calls his mother at home. Defoe weeps for his cat and his dog. Monica raises her hand to her eye. Lee goes by with his arm on fire. Abigail opens a bottom drawer.
Joseph presses his face to the glass. She refrains from raising her voice. Abdul tries his mother again. Bill pulls a flashlight out of his case.
Tom replaces the top. Peter hears voices behind the door. Abdul tries his mother again. Glenn writes a note on a paper plane. Gloria's plan is another dead end. Paul draws a scarf over Rosemary's face. Arnold remembers the name of his wife. Judy is looking for Kerry and Jack. Eduardo lights a cigarette. Dennis goes down on his hands and knees. Stephanie edges out onto the lead. Jeremy forces the door of the lift.
Elaine is making a call to a school. Claude won't be needing this.
Rosa and Bob never stood a chance. Josh goes looking, but doesn't come back.
Go up, go down, sit tight for now. We'll move. It's all in hand. Make a call on the phone. Stay calm. Then shout. Stay calm. Then shout. Come back. I think we should leave. We're not in the lift. The staircase closed. The stairwell black. Keep cool. Keep your head. For God's sake, man, this telephone's dead. Get low to the floor. We bolted this door. Try the key. Try the code. Hit 911. And away from the glass. Keep back from the heat. Heat rises. Right. Go down. Go south. That exit locked. That lobby blocked. That connecting corridor clogged with stone. The lights go out. Come on. Go out. Come away from the edge. Hit 911. Call home. Come here and see. We made the news. Try CNN. Try ABC. They say it's a plane. So bung it with something to stop the smoke. Or we choke. Use the skirt. Use the shirt. Rescue services now on their way. What with? With what? With a magic carpet? 1,000-foot rope? Stand back from the door. Don't break the glass. Don't fan the flames. Outside, we're going to prayer. Go up. Go north. Get out on the roof. No way. Call home. Call home.
It's Daddy. Ask Mummy to come to the phone. Get Mummy. Tell Mummy to come to the phone. Just do as you're told.
This glass, like metal. If we step out there, if we stay in here, this glass, like metal. Just do as you're told.
Get Mummy. Tell Mummy to come to the phone. It's Daddy. Ask Mummy to come to the phone.
Call home. Call home. Get out on the roof. Go north. Go up. We're going to pray. It's air. Outside it's sheer. Outside it's air. Don't break the glass. Don't fan the flames. They're saying it's war. Stand back from the door. What with? With what? A magic carpet? 1,000-foot rope? Rescue services now on their way. Use the skirt. Use the shirt. Or we choke. So bung it with something to stop the smoke. They say it's a plane. Try ABC. Try CNN. Come here and see. We made the news. Call home. Call home. Hit 911. Try the key. Try the code. We bolted this door. Get low to the floor. Keep your head. Keep cool. This stairwell black. This staircase closed. I think we should leave. We're not on the lift. Come back. And shout! Come back. Stay calm. And shout! Stay calm. Make a call on the phone. It's all in hand. Don't move or move. Sit tight for now. Go up. Go down. Sit tight for now. Go up. Go down.
Fire as a rumour at first. Fire as a wisp of wolves massing and howling beneath the floor, clawing and scrabbling, tongues of flame licking under the door. And smoke like fear. Smoke as a bear, immense and barreling, horribly near. Then furious heat, incensed, every atom irate and alive with heat. And air won't arrive.
Unbreathed, an ocean, a sky goes sailing past on the other side. No. Heat. With its nails in your eye. With its breath in your face. Its hands in your hair. Its fist in your throat. So the window shatters. The glass goes through.
Lean into the void. Lean into the world. Crane into the void, lean into the world. It's not in my blood to actually jump. I don't have the juice, but others can't hold. So a body will fall, and a body will fall, and a body will fall, and a body will fall. A body will drop through the faraway hole of vanishing points, smaller, then gone, till the distant hit and the burst of dust. The shock, the stain of fruit and stone.
I was fighting for breath. I was pounding the glass when a shape flew past. A snapshot only, shape of a cross, as it were. Just a blur.
But detail. An engine, a wing. I sort of swayed, sort of thing, sort of swooned. That fear when something designed to be far comes illogically near. Then it banked. It scooped. It was tipping, not dipping away, but towards, on the turn. Then the groan and the strain as it turned. I see it now, over and over, frame by frame by frame. Then everything burned.
And I thought, how crazy is this? This can't be the case. I actually thought there's got to be some mistake. They'll wind back the film, call back the plane. They'll try this again. The day will be fine, put back as it was, because lightning never strikes once, let alone twice. No two planes just happen to veer through mechanical fault or human error, one after the other.
It must be a mirage. It must be a mirror. That thought didn't last. That thought was a lie, which darkened and died the second it formed. Then it dawned. What else is a plane but a flying bomb? A man with his arm in his hand in a mess mumbles, "This is so wrong."
Stand by, we do have somebody on the way.
I'm on the 83rd floor. We're on the floor and we can't breathe. And it's very, very, very hot.
Hello, there's three of us in this office. We're not ready to die.
We have a lot of apparatus. Sean, it's me. I just wanted to let you know I love you, and I'm stuck in this building in New York. A plane hit the building or a bomb went off. We don't know, but there's lots of smoke, and I just wanted you to know that I love you always. Bye.
spinning a web. We're knotting a net. These are delicate threads. At times we're throwing out lines so subtle and slight they're lighter than air. We are spanning the sky with wireless wires too faint by naked eye, untraceably thin, imperceptibly fine, but they carry our breath. We're making our calls. A tightrope strung from the end of the phone to a place called home, so our words can escape. Our voices trapeze for mile after mile, or in my case, traverse the width of the sea. My beautiful wife, sit down in the chair. Put the phone to your ear. Let me say, let me hear. We're spinning a web. Such delicate threads, the links so brittle. Too little, too late. Not one can save us or bear our weight. You have picked me out. Through a distant shot of a building burning, you've noticed now that white cotton shirt is twirling, turning. In fact, I'm waving. Small in the clouds, but waving. Waving. Does anyone see a soul worth saving? So when will you come? Do you think you're watching a man shaking crumbs or pegging out washing? I'm trying and trying. The heat behind me is searing. But the white of surrender is not yet flying. I'm not at the point of launching, leaving. A bird goes by. The depth is appalling. Appalling that others like me should be windmilling, wheeling, spiraling, falling. Now smoke is fuming, seething. Are your eyes believing that here in the gills I am still breathing? Breathing. But tiring. Tiring. Sirens below me are wailing, firing. My arm is numb and my nerves are sagging. Do you see me, my love? I am flagging. Flagging. Then enormity falls. Then all sense fails. The strings are cut, the world goes slack. The tower to the south, holding onto the moon by its fingernails, now loses its fix and drops from view. The tower to the south now loses heart, now sieves itself through itself, just gives up the ghost. All logic and fact on the slide. Through a crack in the sky for a second or so, a river, and land on the other side. Then the image lost to an uplift of ash and an inrush of dust. And the overwhelming urge to run. The impulse to pump with the arms and fists, sprint, hell for leather up 7th or 5th. A wish for the earth to be solid and not to give, for concrete or tarmac under the feet to charge for the light at the end of the street. One last race, the utmost desire to be downing liters of smokeless air and to run and run and run and run and break the finish line, burst along. I watch sirens and lights, the soldier ants of vehicles wearing emergency red all filing this way. And the people, New Yorkers, blowing away, a biblical tide of humankind going north, going safe. The
The faces of women and men looking up at the nightmare of where I am. Looking back at the monstrous form I've become. They turn and run.
And the only colours, mile beyond mile, through that awful snow. Traffic lights changing. Stop. Wait. Go. Go. What reveals itself once night is cleared? What emerges by day? What fragments? What findings? What human remains? The steaming mound like a single corpse, stony tissue, skeletal steel, and not matter alone, but ideas as well. Concepts torpedoed and theories trashed. The gleaners arrive to pick and prize, to rummage by any and every means. Claw and spike, hook and crane, bucket and spade on hands and knees. Some use the phrase a fruitless search. Some fall and weep, some gag and retch, some report that death has the scent of a peach. The will-o'-the-wisp of a welder's torch, 2 right-angled girders raised as a cross. The numbers game, the body count. Then part of a body is stretched out, carried by bearers, clothed in a flag. The rest is boated and trucked, strewn in a field to be raked and forked, to be sifted and bagged, numbered and tagged. What comes to light are the harder things. Eternity rings, necklaces, bracelets, identity cards, belt buckles, cufflinks, earrings, combs, hair slides, hip flasks, running shoes, bones. Watches are found still keeping time, the escapement sound, the pulse still alive, but others have locked at 10:28. Others like mine. And here is a rock from Brighton Beach. Here is a beer mat. Here is the leaf of an oak, pressed and dried, papery thin. Here is a licorice all sorts tin. Flag of St. George, a cricket ball. Here is a calendar, counting the days. Here is a photograph, snug in its frame. This is my wife on our wedding day. Here is a twist of her English hair. No ashes as such, but cinders and grains are duly returned, sieved and spooned and handed back in a cherry wood urn in a velvet bag. All lost in the dust, lost in the fall and the crush and the dark, now all coming back. "5 years on, nothing in place. The hole in the ground still an open wound. The gaps in the sky still empty space. The scene of the crime still largely the same, but everything changed. The world is a difficult trust. 5 years on. What false alarm can be trusted again? What case or bag can be left unclaimed? What flight can be sure to steer its course? What building can claim to own its form? What column can vow to stand up straight? What floor can agree to bear its weight? What tower can vouch to retain its height? What peace can be said to be watertight? What truth can be said to be bulletproof? Can anything swear to be built to last? Can anything pledge to be hard and fast? What system can promise to stay in place? What structure can promise to hold its shape? What future can promise to keep the faith? Everything changed. Nothing is safe.